What's up? It's a Chip here, and welcome back to Doki Literature Club. So, in the last episode, nothing much happened. We got through the first day. If you want to watch that one, there will be a icon in the top right, I think. And if that's not there for some reason, just go on my channel. There should be a playlist I'm gonna make about Doki. So go there, watch the first episode, get caught up, and then come back to this one. Anyway, last episode we figured out that that one of the words for Yuri is murder. And or at least I think it's either murder or suicide. I don't remember. But we need to keep a close eye on her, because that's not good. I'd rather not have that happen. I also don't remember her having a pin. But okay, whatever. Let's load game. Hint, you can use the skip button to fast forward through text you've already read. Okay. Hello again, Chippy. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back in the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Chippy. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori told me you don't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or whatever. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Oh god. That's a burn right there. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki pops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Chippy always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori. That's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Chippy can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, it's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is a girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I will definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. That doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging in the closet. Man. Oh my god, that voice crack. Man, it looks like no one wants to be the bothered today. I slump down in the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read the book that Yuri gave to me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could possibly fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monika. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't just give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh? That's a good point. In that case, do you think food would do the trick? Oh, so they're gonna make Natsuki bake cupcakes, I'm guessing? What kind? Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Yeah, I wouldn't know how to respond to that either. Cupcakes it is. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies an unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it's like to be in the same world through her eyes. What it would be like to see the world through her eyes. What? I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping... does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that out loud. Don't say that out loud. I glance over my shoulder to see if Monika overheard. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. Hee hee. That's what I do best. That's the problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. Don't like that. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is still sticking out all around here. I'm guessing he's talking about kind of the random strands of hair. Ah! I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar. I don't see it. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I don't really care about that. Sounds about right. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Oh, that is harsh. That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. I'm not a big fan of this angle. Not a big fan of it. This is so funny. Why? What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Honestly, so true. Don't say that. You make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? Hee. It did when I bought it. Sigh. If you ever button it, you would have noticed sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? Okay. Just gonna skip past that line. Don't say that out loud. Hee. Anyway, you look much better now, so why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. Ew. It's like, ew.
It's not worth it at all.
Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more.
Phew. That's so much better.
Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around.
If I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right?
What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying it like that it's a good thing?
Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned.
Ooh, you sly dog. You sly dog. Stop saying all these embarrassing things.
I didn't say anything embarrassing.
Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Oh, I can just right click to get like this, I guess.
Only if you focus on going to bed earlier.
Fine. It's a deal.
I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
So maybe you should come wake me up again in the morning.
You're doing it again, Sayori.
But I was joking that time.
Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes.
Okay, everyone.
Oh wait, no, her voice isn't that high. Monika suddenly calls out,
"Why don't we share the poems we wrote now?" Yay! Jippy, I can't wait to read yours.
Yeah, same. I fail to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah? My reaction ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I never really done this before.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't we find someone to share it with? I can't wait!
Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I share my poem with first? Well, I think it's pretty obvious. I mean, I literally made the poem for her, or I tried my best. I feel like all of these other people are gonna hate it. Monika maybe not, but I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair that I shared mine to her first. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. You know, it's not bad. It's a little bland.
Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
It's not the point of poems for people to express... But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style won't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read but hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Honestly, that is kind of true. With like the eagles can fly, but only the things that people can do is try. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but it made it fall flat on purpose. Oh, wait. I read it in the wrong voice.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but it made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take it away from her. That's what you should do. If someone's feeling happy about themselves, allow them to feel happy about themselves. Don't break it. I guess I'll go to Sayori next. Sayori's not gonna like it, I guarantee you. Because the least amount of points I'm pretty sure we're putting to her. Yuri was kind of like a little bit, and then Monika wasn't even there. Sayori. ...
Oh my goodness! This is so good! Chippy? What?
But huh? Eh?
I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer.
I'm so confused. I guess it's just a difference in personality. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Ha 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 ha.
Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little bit more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Eh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? That's why I read your poem. It's not just a poem. It's a Chippy poem.
Aww.
And that makes me feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
Hee hee. I'm just really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Chippy. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah! I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be, my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Hee.
We'll see about that. Title is Dear Sunshine. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning It makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me get out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not bad. I want breakfast. Yep, Sayori definitely wrote this one. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until morning to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and... Oh my god, I can't do it.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monika's the best.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget, and I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. I'll go to Yuri next. ... Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh, so sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it.
Ah, so it's that bad.
No.
Or sorry.
No! Did I raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands.
Or sorry, Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. Might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them.
Hold up, my chair is not good.
And having been through that myself, I've learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style more very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. It's not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everything else in this club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki.
Do you mind if I read
Do you mind if I read your poem next?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamingly, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, oh my god. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last one to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. That's actually really good. Except I can't read cursive very well.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
You don't have bad handwriting, it's just I can't read it very good. What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's very, very descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write a poem a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghost, Yuri?
Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Chippy.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences into their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem was only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her past, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left without noticing, with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. It makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too.
Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you.
Monika. Okay, let's see it.
Hi, Chippy. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Chippy. We're all a little bit embarrassed today, you know? But it's sort of a barrier that we need to learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem.
I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would say.
Is that so?
You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common.
Well, We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case. But maybe there's also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. By the way she talks to you. It sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So, I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem.
You sure you're not reading into it too much?
I could be. Oh god.
I clicked too fast.
Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy could enjoy sad things too? Yeah.
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ha ha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. Man, this is a longer one. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrude. Okay, see, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas. I already scorched with the permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Sketching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. That's pretty good. But for some reason I got chills when I read, and he, on the other side, was looking in, like I'm looking into the game. Just gave me the chills for some reason. Though it probably means nothing, I'm gonna be honest.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. A lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently.
Some kind of epiphany? Like what?
It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about the deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today.
Good advice.
Thanks for listening.
Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all, I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They're glancing exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch as each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows frown in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with that language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk in one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say?
Chillax, Natsuki. Chillax. She's just trying to be nice. Relax.
Thanks, but I really don't need to it didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Chippy did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions on my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Chippy liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh no, why did the music turn off?
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Chippy appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know he doesn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out on my own and make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everything okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who's...
Blank.
Magically grew a size bigger as soon as Chippy started showing up.
Oh god.
Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys.
Suddenly, both girls turned to me as if they noticed I was standing there.
Chippy, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. As if she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out to the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Chippy. Wait. There's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings in the meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Chippy? Well... How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. I'm gonna ask Sayori for help because she's better at diffusing situations. I'm not going to agree with either of them because that person will get mad at me with whoever I agree with. Natsuki. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth, so instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri. But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori. Yeah. Everyone's fighting and making Sayori very uncomfortable. Can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Chippy? Well, that's her problem. It isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri just what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that makes her upset in the first place. I thought that would diffuse the situation. No. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri. You guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because... Well... Also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's... Yeah. And Yuri's are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. Big and beautiful. Sayori. Sayori stands up triumphantly. Monika stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing to me. Ha! Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that means Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. Monika's being sus. Monika is being very sus. Like she's suggesting that she's gonna hurt herself, when there's been no signs of her hurting herself. I don't like that. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really makes a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How do you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Chippy, how about you?
Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about it with everyone.
Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you've learned something with your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better.
I think to myself, did I learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes? With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Chippy, ready to walk home?
Sure, let's go.
Hee.
Sayori beams at me. It's truly been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really just the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them.
I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I could see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Chippy, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun.
Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to what kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does that really need to stop there? He'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I say that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. Okay, and we have to end off today's episode with the poems. I'm gonna focus on impressing these two. Cause I'm starting to like these, like her more. And she's very hot-headed, but she knows how to bake. And then Yuri's just kind of Yuri. Oh. Okay. Milk is... I thought Milk would be hers. Kawaii is definitely her. Watch. Yeah. Lollipop. What? I thought a lot of the food stuff with hers.
Huh?
Jumpy. Warm. There we go. Candy. Okay. New marriage. Okay. Yeah, she's the person that's really into us, so. Precious. Cute. Boop. Calm. Intellectual, I'm pretty sure it's her. Imagination. Promise. Tears.
Tears is her? Huh?
I'm gonna do rain cloud. So I know, I mean, I have a feeling it's gonna be her, but could also be her, because Monika was saying that it could be her. So, you know, like that. And then Doki Doki, I'm pretty sure is, yeah. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. And that... Save. There we go. And... Thank you guys so much for watching. And... I will see you in the next episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. Goodbye!